I love gourmand fragrances, and now that we are in the colder weather, it's the perfect time to wear them and to just wrap ourselves into that decadent, sweet, pastry-like scent profiles. And so this video, I want just to share with you some of my favorite gourmand fragrances. Hi everyone, I'm Jolima and welcome back to my channel Scented Moments, where we discuss everything about perfumes. So in this video I want to discuss with you 15 of my favorite gourmand fragrances in no specific order. Each one of these, they are just so sweet, decadent, and some of them are more like pastry like than others. But I mean, seriously, I just love all of them. I have a sweet tooth, love my vanillas, love my chocolatey fragrances, and this is really the best time to pull off those more sweet pastry like perfumes. So if you are into these type of fragrances, this video is perfect for you. And so let's get started now with the first one. And we are starting with a fragrance from the house of Indult Tihota. This is a very recent release. It was released last year. And this one is Herraud by Indult Tihota. I mean, I absolutely love Indult Tihota. I love his work. And this one is his very first take on a gourmand fragrance or gourmand type of perfume, and he simply nailed it, at least in my opinion. This had some divisive feedback. I mean, the die-hard fans of Indult Tihota maybe did not appreciate this fragrance as much. This is sort of a great deviation of his so-called tower odd, because usually Indult Tihota is known for using his spicy, ambery, smoky type of perfumes. Here it's quite different, more gourmand. So here you have an amazing dose of this cocoa feeling to it, cocoa absolute actually, and it really gives a chocolatiness, a very intense, decadent, delicious chocolatey accord with vanilla, of course, amber, musk. It has a bit of a white floral quality in here, but ultimately this is more about this cocoa, chocolatey, a bit powdery type of perfume with vanilla and amber. For me, this works perfectly. I mean, it's just incredible. You can still sense his DNA, his style in here, but not so much as in others, like, of course, L'air du désert marocain or Recours Desert, Lone Star Memories, and the list goes on. But I have a sweet tooth. This is a fantastic scent in my view. Highly advise if you to try this one. Performance-wise, it's fantastic. Herraud by Indult Tihota. The next fragrance from the house of Papillon Artisan Perfumes. This one is Bengale Rouge, and you see already the dent here. I love this one. Love Bengale Rouge, especially during the holiday season. This is one of the best honey fragrances out there, with tons of tonka bean or popanax, and it has this amazing vanilla as well, a bit ambery, musky. It's to die for, really. This for me has even like a bread quality into it, like a sweet cinnamony bread pastry like with honey on top, but the honey is so realistic, so smooth and natural smelling, and really golden like feel, a bit milky, I would say, a bit milky. It's wonderful. Absolutely adore this one. Great performance, actually very addicting and very smooth. Nothing here is scratchy or overly sweet or synthetic like. Highly advise if you to try Bengale Rouge by Papillon Artisan Perfumes. Actually, highly advise for you to try the entire brand if you have yet to. And the next fragrance from the house of BDK Parfum, this one is Velvet Tonka. I mean, gorgeous color here. It wasn't as ambery as it is right now. It was a bit more clear, like yellowish, but because this has a lot of vanilla, it's turning actually quite quickly. But this is a sweet, boozy, licoricey, decadent perfume. Amazing tonka bean used in here with, of course, tons of vanilla. And although this doesn't have any boozy, licoricey qualities, but I definitely do get like a boozy, almondy, licorice feel. We have in Portugal a liqueur called Amarguinha, which we use more and drink more during the summertime with a bit of ice, and it's delicious, really. And this one really has that boozy, creamy effect, almondy, quite almondy effect. It also has a bit of rose in here, but overall this is just a decadent tonka bean vanilla almond boozy fragrance done to perfection. Love this one. Really one of the best fragrances from BDK Parfum. It's Velvet Tonka. The next fragrance also has vanilla and almond, but quite different from BDK Parfum Velvet Tonka. This one from the house of Xerjoff from the Casa Morati line. It is Italica. Absolutely love Italica, one of my all-time favorites, and especially in the Gourmand side of things. So Italica, it's a milky, very milky Gourmand vanilla type of scent. Tons of almond in here as well, but quite musky, I would say, and more pastry-like. Oh, but it's so addicting. I just want to bite the bottle, actually. Every time I smell this, super addicting, very decadent. But again, this, while it's Velvet Tonka, it has the vanilla and the almond, but it goes into a more licoricey, boozy territory, whilst here it's way more milky and more pastry. Delicious, delicious fragrance, this one. So really depends on what you are into, if you want a bit more licoricey, boozy, or if you want more of a sweet, pastry, milky qualities, go with Italica by Xerjoff. Fantastic scent, great performance. All these fragrances are unisex. You really just need to have a sweet tooth. And yeah, this one is definitely one of them. And I would say that Italica is a bit more sweet when compared, for example, with BDK Parfum. But nonetheless, I mean, fantastic scent right here. Again, Italica by Xerjoff. And the next fragrance from the house of Atelier des Ors. I'm a big fan of the brand, actually. I mean, I don't like all of them at all, but I just currently have two fragrances. It's Lune Feline, which is a stunning vanilla fragrance with musk, and this one that I will mention in a bit. But I definitely would like to add Rose, the rose fragrance that they have. It's a Rose Omeillade, if I'm not mistaken. They also have another one called L'Arme du Désert, which is a fantastic, like dry, incensey fragrance, and their iris one, which I'm now forgetting the name. At least these three I definitely would love to have in my collection, but this one is really fantastic as well. Actually, one of my most complimented fragrances from my collection, it is Rouge Saray. And I really like the presentation of their perfumes. I mean, although this is very subjective, of course, but I really like the gold flakes inside, and the whole bottle looking. It's quite nice, quite heavy actually. So Atelier des Ors Rouge Saray, it's all about plum. I love plum in perfumes. And this is very juicy and realistic plum with tons of cinnamon, patchouli, and the patchouli used in here, it's very chocolatey, so it really gives like a chocolatey nuance to the perfume. You have also tons of dates in here, so it gives like a sweet dried fruit quality in here. And for me, I get like a honey feel from it as well, although honey is not featured as an official accord. It's interesting, but I really get this very sticky, almost syrupy like honey with plum, cinnamon, dates, and this earthy, chocolatey patchouli. Amazing scent, very addicting. For me, I get this candied like plum dripped with honey and a bit of like chocolatey powder cacao on top. It's how I see this perfume, and it's really glorious, amazing scent, great performance actually. And it's not a fragrance that, although I do get this syrupy honey light, but it's not overly sweet. It's not too decadent, and I think it's quite balanced. The sweetness here is very well balanced. So yes, fantastic scent here, Rouge Saray by Atelier des Ors. The next fragrance, one of the best Gourmand fragrances ever created, from the house of Guerlain. And Guerlain, I mean, I could have mentioned Spiritus Double Vanille, and I could have mentioned I don't know. Even the L'Homme Ideal, I mean, the other Parfum and even the Parfum have, they both have gourmand qualities, but this one for me is still, it's the best nonetheless. It's from the La Relamatier, and it's Feve Gourmand, previously known as Gourmand Coquin. I had that version, it was stolen, but I'm happy to have in this new bottle because it literally smells the same. It has a smile, very mild difference in the opening. I would say that this one is a bit more boozy than Gourmand Coquin and a bit more light in the opening, but then as it develops, it's really the same, at least to my nose. So this has a lot of rum, chocolate, and the chocolate used in here, it's more of a chocolatey truffle-like quality with a bit of spicy, nuanced tea, like a smoky tea, black tea accord, rose, and of course vanilla. It's so good. And I would say this is the most elegant gourmand fragrance that I have and that I ever smelled. And just, I mean, if there is one brand that could pull off such a elegant gourmand type of scent, it would be Guerlain. Love it. This is just a masterpiece of a gourmand fragrance in my view. Everyone should try this one at least once if you are into gourmand fragrances. You don't need to go to search and to pay like a crazy amount of money to Gourmand Coquin. This one is just perfect, and the performance is, it's okay. It was never a great type of performance. I mean, it's more of a skin scent, more intimate, and hence its elegance. So it's never a fragrance that's shouted and doesn't need to. And it's, again, one of the most elegant, high-quality, chocolatey, boozy gourmand fragrances out there. It's Feve Gourmand. Guys, check this one out if you have yet to. Now, the next fragrance is the best chocolate fragrance in the market. I mean, I could have mentioned as well Dolce Passione by Pantheon Roma, which I have, and it's the most realistic like chocolate bar, milky chocolate bar with like hazelnuts. But I would still say that Profumum Roma does best, and it's Sorriso, of course. Sorriso, one of my all-time favorite fragrances of all time. I mean, you can see the dent. I mean, the dent speaks by itself, although it got leaked a bit while I was traveling back to Lithuania last time this year, but still, it had already a huge dent. Sorriso, it's, for me, the best chocolate fragrance out there. But it's not like a chocolate bar, like a milky chocolate bar. It's more of a chocolate pudding, like a milky vanilla chocolate pudding with a bit of an orange peel on top. It's so decadent, so good. Also one of my most complimented fragrances in my collection, and especially if we are talking about gourmand type of perfumes. It's just so good. And this one last projects, but it's Profumum Roma. It's so smooth. It's such a realistic type of perfume. Nothing here is screechy, it's cheap. No, this is done so well. Very sensual, I would say. Very sensual, very addicting, very cozy. If you're searching for the best, and I think that, and these videos are all about that, what I consider to be the best in my view. I mean, in terms of best chocolate fragrance overall, it's Sorriso by Profumum Roma. The next fragrance is a fantastic bang for your buck, and actually this brand overall, it's all about gourmand, all about milky, vanillic type of perfumes, but again, nothing screechy, nothing overly sweet, nothing too childish, and it's something that I really appreciate on the brand. Of course, I don't appreciate all of the fragrances, but this is my favorite from the brand of Chabaud, and this one is Lait and Chocolat, which I already mentioned previously. This is the most realistic, warm, chocolatey milk fragrance that I ever smelled. It literally smells like I just served myself with a milk with chocolate, a very hot cup of milk with chocolate. It's how this smells. It's so realistic, it's even ridiculous, really. Performance is actually quite good. I mean, it's average in the 6-7 hours, but projects really well in the first hour. But ultimately, this is a very cozy, indoors type of perfume. Of course, you can also wear this during, I mean, date nights, but I would say that this is a more intimate fragrance, a fragrance that you wear for yourself. I mean, if you are just indoors enjoying like just a day from outside, you know, and I think Chabaud Lait Chocolat is really fantastic scent for like cold weather, fall, winter, like holiday season. It's a fantastic scent. And this is, I believe this is a 100 ml. This is 100 ml. This is eau de toilette and the price is around 80 euros. I mean, it's a fantastic bang for a buck, especially for a niche fragrance. And again, I never smelled such a realistic warm milk chocolate scent. So yeah, it's quite artistic in that regard. Very well done. Lait and Chocolat by Chabaud. The next fragrance, I mean, it's the best vanilla fragrance ever created. It's Tihota. I mean, I already talked about Tihota so many times. It's still, after all these years, since 2018 to be more exact, since I discovered Tihota when I was in Lisbon and at Embassy, of course. It was love at first sniff. I bought it immediately. And since then, since 2018 until now, it's still the best vanilla fragrance ever. I mean, I have quite a few other fantastic vanillas. I mean, I already mentioned Lune Féline by Atelier des Ors, but I also have Baby Cat, of course, the Spirituous Double Vanille by Guerlain, Angélique Noire, Cuir Beluga, all from Guerlain, Shalimar also. I mean, Guerlain has fantastic vanilla fragrances, but still this one is where it's at to me personally. Created by Francisco Rouge. Tihota, it's all about vanilla. It's really the best, most natural smelling vanilla fragrance out there. It's all about vanilla here. It's like vanilla extract in a bottle with a bit of musk. And this has a bit of a vanilla cupcake feel into it. Very long lasting, great performance. This is another parfum, but this for me, it's so thick and rich. It really acts like an extrait. It's fantastic. Again, the best vanilla. It's literally the best vanilla out there. To this day, to me, still hard to pass on Tihota. I also have, for example, another one, Vanille Supermassive by Les Eaux Primordiales, which is stunning, but this one still, it's the number one. Tihota by Indult. The next fragrance is quite an artistic gourmand fragrance. I mean, from a very artistic brand called Beaufort London. And this fragrance is Lignum Vitae. Actually, this was the very first fragrance that I bought from Beaufort. It was love at first sniff for me quite a few years now, and I still love it to this day. And although it's been a while since I featured Lignum Vitae, and really this for me is so unique. It's quite salty actually, but this is like a salty ginger cookie fragrance. It's exactly how this fragrance smells like. A salty, it has really salt accord, and it really has a texture of salt, ginger with this cookie quality. It's a ginger cookie, like a freshly baked ginger cookie, and you pinch a bit of salt on top. Literally how this fragrance smells like. Very creative, quite unique, great performance also. I mean, I adore this one. Lignum Vitae by Beaufort, highly advise for you to try this one. Very underrated. Overall, the brand is very underrated. They have a lot of more dark, mysterious, intense fragrances. This is definitely a deviation from like their DNA, let's say, but it's worth at least exploring. Lignum Vitae again by Beaufort. And the next fragrance from the house of Hermes, one of my all-time favorite gourmand fragrances out there, the best in this genre, it is Ambre Narguile. Ambre Narguile, it smells like an apple pie, freshly baked cinnamon apple pie type of scent. It's just delicious, very decadent. This for me screams Christmas, screams holidays, and it's so transparent but realistic and natural smelling. I mean, really. And this was created by Jean Claudel, now who is known by creating more like fresh aromatic type of perfumes, and here he created one of the most beautiful ever gourmand fragrances. The best in this genre, highly inspired fragrance currently. I mean, you have a lot of perfumes nowadays that are heavily inspired by Ambre Narguile, thinking immediately of a fragrance from by Kilian called Angel Share, which is extremely popular, but this is where everything began. And you also have another one From the house of Parfum de Marly called Oajan, I actually have that one. It's more intense and more sweet and even more decadent, but I do prefer the transparency, nature, and the balance of Ambre Narguile. Just beautiful, beautiful apple pie, cinnamon, ambery type of perfume, just done to perfection. Ambre Narguile by Hermes from their Hermes Essence collection. The next fragrance from the house of Astrophil and Stella, this one is Paris Cheri. So, so good. Paris Cheri, it's more pastry. So you have tons of vanilla in here. You have this benzoin resinous orange flower type of scent profile. And this one for me, it's like a creamy croissant, or a croissant filled with like vanilla inside, vanilla cream inside, with a bit of white chocolate on top. It's exactly how this fragrance smells like to me. It's so, so delicious, so good, but it's not a full-on like overly sweet type of scent. It has some white flower, especially for me. It has a bit of an orange flower type of orange blossom quality into it. So it's not a full-on super sweet, overly sweet gourmand, but still quite decadent nonetheless. Love it. And I love the brand of Astrophil and Stella. This was love at first sniff for me. So highly advise for you to try this one. This is an extrait parfum. Performance is fantastic. Paris Cheri. Please do try this one. And the next fragrance, I believe this one is the most sweet fragrance of this list, or maybe the second most sweet. I mean, overall, you just need to have a very sweet tooth to appreciate this one. From the house of Atelier d'Orange, this one is Frustration. And this is all about vanilla with chestnut and amber and cinnamon. It's so, so decadent. I really love the bottle itself. The presentation is actually quite gorgeous. And this one, it's really a very decadent, creamy, milky, cinnamon, nutty vanilla. So good, so mouth-watering, but again, very sweet. And you really need to be in the mood to wear this one. I have a sweet tooth and I just can't pull this one off. Even when I'm in a sweet tooth mood, I mean, I really need to be in a very specific mood to wear this one. Again, this is not for the faint of heart. It's very powerful, very potent type of perfume. But I mean, if you have a sweet tooth, just try this one. Really one of the best from, especially this collection. I really don't recall how this collection is named of Atelier d'Orange. Definitely more expensive. I believe this is a bit overpriced, to be honest, but for a gourmand, the Gourmand fragrance is really stunning. It was really love at first sniff for me, but again, it's a fragrance that I really need to be in a specific mood to wear. A bit boozy as well. I have a bit of a rum quality in here. A boozy, very vanillic, chestnutty, cinnamon, ambery type of scent. It's great, but again, you need to have a very, very sweet tooth to appreciate this one. Frustration by Atelier d'Orange. And the next fragrance, also very sweet, but this one is so decadent, so mouth-watering. From the house of Sodadora, this one is Jani. Jani, it's so good. I mean, this is really... and also has an apple pie quality, just like Ambre Narguile, but this one takes like a step further in terms of sweetness and fruitiness overall and decadency. This one has plum, it has apple, even has a roasted quality in here. Peach, it's also featured, and you can definitely sense that. So it's really like a fruity pie, like apple, peach type of pie, very pastry, sweet, decadent. You really almost can taste the pie, this fruity, freshly baked pie. A lot of cinnamon in here as well, very vanillic. And a bit of caramel on top. You have a bit of an osmanthus quality in here as well, which just enhances more like the fruity qualities. It's just delicious. So damn decadent, so addictive, great performance. I mean, Jani, one of the best gourmand fragrances out there, more on the decadent side of things. And last but by no means least, actually this one is also extremely elegant. It's this one and Feve Gourmand by Guerlain, which are the most elegant gourmand fragrances out there. And this one is quite expensive, overpriced, dare I say. From the house of Strangelove, New York, this is Melt My Heart, of course. Melt My Heart. I mean, I am head over heels with this fragrance. I'm super addicted to this perfume. I'm enjoying, it's one of the fragrances that I'm enjoying the most currently. Melt My Heart, one of the best discoveries of the year as well for me. And really, this this is all about chocolate. This just decadent, creamy, smooth chocolate with iris. This beautiful orris butter, very buttery, a bit powdery orris, but very natural smelling orris. Very almondy as well. As it develops, it has this nutty, creamy, almondy quality. And then goes into, it has an oud facet in here, more in the dry down. It's just a very complex, beautiful, elegant gourmand fragrance. It's not your typical gourmand fragrances like the ones that we have talked about previously. This is in a league in its own. Just stunning. I mean, seriously, no words are enough to describe how good this fragrance is. Melt My Heart. Performance is fantastic. This is another parfum. Really one of the most elegant fragrances that I have in my collection. And actually stay tuned because I will soon be uploading some of my most elegant fragrances for the colder weather. Maybe this one will be featured there. Who knows? But Melt My Heart by Strangelove. Finishing this video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you're a fan of gourmand fragrances. What are some of your favorite gourmand fragrances that I should try? If you find value in this video, hit the like button, subscribe, check out all the other fragrance content that I have available, and see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Ciao.